Look who's made their way back onto the channel. Crew Sled, doing a few upgrades today. So what we're doing today is an upgrade we needed to do a while back. If you go back some episodes, you will see the Crew Sled video where we did a full interior build. We've got Apex leather in there, square weave carpet. We showed doing the seats, wrapping the panels, all the MTX audio that's in there. We've got 610s, amps. We went through the whole thing and it's really cool. So go back and check that out if you haven't seen it. What we didn't get to was actually swapping the radio. So when we got this truck from MTX's warehouse, it still had the single DIN CD player in it, which really doesn't output all that great. But we just didn't have the time and honestly forgot to get a radio. So we didn't get to upgrade it. And that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a double DIN where you get all the modern technology into one of these 95 and up dashes. It goes to early 2000s. This is a 92 model truck, but it's got a 95 dash in it. From the factory, they came with a DIN and a half radio. So you can find some of the bezels where you can buy a whole bezel where you can install a double DIN, but what we're gonna do is show you how to modify what you have so you're not really having to buy much of anything. There's one thing you're gonna buy, it's super cheap, and it's gonna make everything go really simple. Let's check it out. So I've got everything laid on the table we're working with. I have skipped ahead a little bit, but do not worry. Everything that I've done this far is super easy and you can do it. I didn't want to spend all the time showing it to you. So let's move this along so I can show you exactly how to get a double DIN into your truck. So we've already removed the bezel. Super easy in your OBS truck. It only snaps in. So grab it, carefully start to pull it back. It will release. It's got clips all the way around. You just slowly just kind of work your way around it and it's going to come out. You're going to have wiring hooked to your headlight switch, undo that. And then obviously there's wiring to your radio, undo that. That's it. It will pull right out of there. It's super easy. And if it's not too brittle, it's going to come right out of there and not break. This bezel, you can completely buy it new, already set up for a double DIN. I think if you get the cheaper ones, they're like 100 to 130 bucks, but I've not seen any good reviews on all of those. All the reviews are terrible. Now that's not to say it's a bad product. I don't know. It could be the guy that's installing it. Don't know. But you can use your original one if it's still in good shape. The radio we plan to put in it is this Kenwood DMX 958XR. Touchscreen, really cool. It's got Apple Play, all that good stuff, exactly what we need. It's going to have a lot better output than the single DIN that we had in there. So for the kit that we used, this is a kit where you can install this into your factory dash bezel. So I'm going to tell you the part number to this. You can go to Amazon and find it. It's like 28 bucks, $30, somewhere in there. 95-3003G. That's going to get you exactly what you need. It's got a few things in the kit. So you've got like your antenna hookup, you've got some wiring, and you've got the bezel, which this is what you want. This is the most important thing because typically with most of these radios, it's kind of a plug and play deal. If you have your factory harness and you're going to a modern radio, even then, there's kits out there to be able to just plug and play. So you're typically not really having to wire too much up. If I get to one that we're having to do that down the road, I'll definitely go back and do a video on that. Another neat thing that comes in this kit, besides this bezel, I already have one installed, are these guides. This is awesome. These are going to screw to the side of your radio, and I'm going to show you the factory dash. It's got a little cutout, and you can see this groove or this cutout here. It's going to slide in there and just pop into place. It cannot be more simple than that. So a really good kit for little money. Your radio also comes with wiring, all that good stuff that you need there. Lots of little accessories. So the one thing that I did do that I should have waited on, don't worry, you can do it, is you want to cut out the bar that's between the radio where the DIN and a half factory radio was and your AC controls. There is a plastic bar that runs across. You're just going to cut that out. But all you do is this piece pops into place, and when you pop it in, you can trace out exactly what needs to be cut out. It's really self-explanatory. Set the piece in, you will see what dash is kind of in the opening. Anything inside this opening is obviously in the way because the radio is going to sit into this opening. So once you pop it into place, cut out whatever is in the opening. It's as simple as that. All we did was use an air saw, bzz, bzz, you're done. Okay, so let's get this installed. So the good thing about these brackets that make it really easy as well, it's marked left so you know which side it's going on, and right here where the screw is, there is an arrow under there. So it's showing you which way's up, and there's factory bolt holes in the radio right here. So this one's the right, we've got an R on it, and we're gonna line that arrow up with that bolt hole, and you can see what we don't wanna do is bolt it in where this is sticking out past the screen, or really even with it. We wanna bring it back just a little bit, and you can see it's gonna line right up with the bolt hole, and that's where we wanna be. That way all this is back behind the screen. All right, so we're in the truck. I'm not gonna bore you a lot with wiring because in this truck, we don't have a lot of wiring to do. If you're doing this swap, you may have a little bit of wiring. I'm gonna explain it to you real quick, but the best thing that you can do is look up a diagram and you're gonna be able to see what wire goes where, and it's really simple. But this plug right here, this came in our kit that's going to allow us to put the double DIN into the factory Chevy dash. So this is going to plug right into the factory GM harness, and then you've got these wires that are coming out of it. This plug goes into the back of our radio. So when you get a new radio, you're going to have a plug, and it's going to have the wires coming out of the back of that. So basically, this is how this works. This is going to plug into your GM harness. This is going to plug into your radio. These wires right here, you're going to wire them together. 9 times out of 10, all of these colors are going to match up. But get a diagram, verify all that. Know what everything is most of the time because, for instance, if you look at this, we have 2 white wires. We have 2 gray wires. We have 2 green wires. We have 2 purple wires. Those are going out to your speakers. All your multiples like that, they'll tend to have a gray, and then one will have a black stripe, and you'll have the white and one have a black stripe. Those are going out to your speakers. You're going to have 2 powers, which is going to be a constant power and an ignition power. You're going to have a ground, and you're going to have a remote wire. That's really it. It looks like a lot's going on, but it's really not. Now on the radio side, there's a little more going on because there's power antenna, there's backup camera, there's a lot of things, which are really cool if that's what you want to do, but we're not doing here. On ours, we have a full-blown MTX sound system in this. All of our MTX speakers in our doors and in the boxes are running straight to the amps, and then there's RCA cables that are running up to the radio, and that's where it's all kind of talking to each other to get the music from the radio to the speakers. So the only thing that we have to wire up in this truck are 2 power wires, a ground, and a remote, and then we'll plug the RCA cables back in. So when it's a radio, you can just use butt connectors. That's totally fine. When we do full wiring jobs here, we solder everything, heat shrink it. We try to make it like $1 million. But with radios, typically, if you're into that kind of stuff, every couple of years, a new radio's coming out, you're going to swap it. It's okay to butt connect it. If you go to any radio shop, that's how they're doing it, and that tends to be okay. And just us having 4 wires, we'll use butt connectors, and we'll heat shrink that, or just electrical tape just to make sure everything's good. Keep it nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hook up these 4 wires. Since that's all we have to do, I'm not going to get into that too much. Like I said, just get a diagram. It will tell you everything you need to know, but it is super, super simple. So I'm going to get this wired up, and then we can fire up the radio, make sure everything works how it's supposed to work, and then I can show you how this is actually going to fit into the dash. All right, so let's fire it up and we'll go through a little bit of this. Another thing that we didn't really talk about, on the back of this stereo, there is a USB-C hookup and an Android hookup. So if you want to run something out and mount it into your dash where you can charge your phone, you've got that option with this radio too. Since I'm gonna redo the dash, it's not something I plan to do right now. I just went ahead the cup holder, that way we can hook a phone up and charge it if we need to. You can see right now we're already hooked up to Apple CarPlay, so this is something I really like because that's how all of our cars are set up. We've got our maps, music, so we can go directly into maps there. We can go to iTunes, text messages, all that good stuff. We can go home. See, we're hooked to Apple CarPlay. You've got your standard radio, but you also have the Android, so if you're an Android user, you've got those options as well. Go over in the menu. Now this is where this really shines for me as opposed to that single DIN we had in here. We've got a lot of options, obviously, screen adjustment. You can change your displays. You've got camera setup, audio, Apple CarPlay. But if we go into audio, we've got everything we need to really dial in a sound system right here. So speaker, crossover, EQ, all that good stuff, sound effect, volume offset. But in the EQ, if we hop into it, you can see that we can go through and basically change every aspect of our sound individually through everything. So that's really awesome, and that's really important if you do have a sound system and you're really trying to dial it in. Obviously, there's always presets with this, so like pop and easy, powerful rock, bass boost, all those work really well too. Already some good presets in there that I've found, but I do like to go in and kind of dial it in. If we go back home, you can see it's just set up there. We can change that background. So a really cool setup. You can see how good it all fits. Super simple. It only took just, I don't know, from taking all that off to actually installing the radio and getting it wired up, 15 minutes maybe. So other than having to do video around it, that's a really quick swap. We didn't have to move AC controls or anything like that, so that's really awesome. So I want to fire it up now. We're gonna run some music through this thing and we're gonna see what it can do. We'll get to watch the subs move a little bit. Plus, it is an absolute gorgeous day outside. Kids are getting ready to hop into the pool. Bunch of friends coming over, so good day to get this thing out, slam some tunes, and go out for a cruise. So let's fire it up. Helps you if you're looking to do a stereo install in your OBS. Super easy to swap from that factory DIN and a half to a double DIN. Amazing the difference in the output compared to this one to the single DIN that we had in here. It's really unbelievable. You want to talk about subs moving some air now. This thing is slamming. Doors are shaking. It's freaking awesome. But as always, I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and we'll see you on the next one. Looks good.